Good morning, guys. So we have spent the last 2 weeks in Melbourne just trying to catch up on some work and just hanging out for a little while. But today we are leaving Melbourne, finally leaving Australia. We have loved our time here and we've had so much fun. But we are moving on and we are flying to Singapore this morning. Excuse me. And we are going through Kuala Lumpur on AirAsia. We are flying out of Melbourne Avalon Airport, so it's super small. It's like this one big open room, no lounges. There's a little like cafe that you can get stuff at, but it was pretty quick getting through the security and everything because it is so small. It's the only AirAsia flight flying out this morning, so everybody that's here is for this one flight. So we'll be boarding here pretty quickly, and then we will have, I think, about 7.5 hours before Kuala Lumpur, and then a 3-hour layover, and we should have a pretty good lounge once we get there. And then from there, we'll have 1 hour to Singapore, and we will be in a brand new country and back in Asia.
So we have 2 seats by ourselves, so that should be really nice and comfortable for this whole flight. And then there's not any entertainment, so we downloaded some stuff from Netflix prior, so we should be covered on entertainment. We'll be fine. But it's going to be a long flight, so we're going to settle in. But I think we'll be good. I think we got this. So after about an 8-hour flight, we arrived in Malaysia and for our 3.5-hour layover. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit.
So on the airplane, we hit some turbulence, so they canceled our second meal. So the only thing we've eaten today is a little tin of that fried rice that you saw. So we were starving. So as usual with this long layover, we're gonna go look for a lounge and try to get some food in us because we are starving. So we're inside the Plaza Premium Lounge, and honestly, it's one of the smaller lounges we've ever been in. And the food assortment isn't like that great in terms of like amount, but it looks pretty cool what we got. You can order different soups and stuff that looks really good, and like a hot dog, and they have some little different like snack things that you can get as well. So we're gonna sit here. We have like 3 hours to eat and just chill out while we wait for our flight to get here. So our plane is boarding right now, so we have left the lounge. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest lounge, but also wasn't too bad. Got some pretty good food, got to rest for a little bit. Oh, it's back behind us? We were going the wrong way because I told Aubrey the wrong gate. Anyways, so far it's been a fairly smooth day, so we hope that this plane stays on time, and then we'll get there, and we'll get to our Airbnb pretty easily because so far, one of our best travel days so far, I'd say.
Changi Airport. For safety, please remain seated. Usage of mobile phone is not allowed until this sign is switched off. Do be careful when opening your compartments before leaving aircraft with the standard you have on luggage with you. It was a pleasure having you on board, and we hope to see you again soon. If you need any assistance or drama, please contact our counselor. On your preparation, Captain is on the system.
We made it to Singapore, and okay, we have heard that this Changi airport in Singapore is supposed to be really swanky, and immediately as we walk off the plane, it just already feels like we're in a really fancy hotel. So I really would love to explore this airport. We've heard you can just spend tons of time here, just doing so many fun things.
Yep, and unfortunately, since we're getting here a little bit later, I think we're both exhausted, so we're going to get out of here and get to our Airbnb. But whenever we come out of here, or whenever we come out here in 5 days to fly to our next destination, our flight is a little bit later in the afternoon than what we normally take, and so we should have more time to explore it then. But it is swanky already.
It smells wonderful.
Yeah, jazz music playing and everything.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Super nice. So now we're going to go find security and try to get through immigration and then get our bags and then try to see how we get to our Airbnb here in Singapore. So we're trying to get where we're going mapped out on our phone. They have like a big taxi line right here, which I like, rather than walking out and just tons of people harassing you to try to get you in their taxi, in their car to drive you and pay. So it looks like they have like a board with like fares too, so you know what to expect. So it seems like it would be a pretty easy and legit way of doing it. So I think we're going to grab a taxi. We're going to get it mapped out so that we can show them exactly where we want to go. And I don't expect there to be too big of a language barrier here in Singapore, so it shouldn't be too hard to find our place, but we're about to find out. Yeah.
In the afternoon. Say it's about 7:40. That is Garden by the Bay.
Okay.
Inside.
So we just arrived at our place, and we had a really sweet cab driver who drove us here, and he was giving us all the history of Singapore and telling us all the different things we need to go do. So making us really excited. And so far, driving in, it is beautiful and so clean, like immaculate. So I'm excited to see this place in the daylight.
Yeah, and the taxi wasn't too bad. It was $31 plus a little tip that we gave him for us to get all the way across town from the airport to our Airbnb. So really, I would say pretty reasonable. We've had cheaper, we've also had a lot more expensive, so I was pretty happy with that. But our Airbnb, it is a little tiny room, but very well kept and very nice so far. So it's very cozy. I think we'll be fine here. We have a shared bathroom, shared kitchen. Haven't seen anybody else at all. But our cab driver was telling us this place is incredibly safe. Singapore is, so you can walk around at any hour, get food, and not have to worry about anything. Of course, we're not gonna let all our guards down, but we're excited about being here.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Japan so far, just so clean and nice, just
But
from
then-
that instance. So.
Yeah, but then tropical like Thailand and obviously Southeast Asia. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. And the food sounds awesome. So it's going to be good.
So we're gonna go ahead and call it a night because we are exhausted from a very long travel day, but a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too many problems this time, so no canceled flights and everything, so I'm pretty happy about that. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and we'll start exploring tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We appreciate you checking these videos out, and if you think that they're helpful, please go ahead and give us a like and subscribe, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. So thanks so much for traveling with us.
Bye.
In the afternoon.